Hi everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, sponsored always by Trent Johnson State Farm. TrentIsMyAgent.com. Huge thanks to Trent. Just huge thanks to all of you, and a huge thanks to all of our other sponsors as well. Beautiful day. Spring is back. Much warmer weather. If you like today, you'll love tomorrow. You're going to love Saturday, and you're going to love most of Sunday as well. Now tonight, there will be, it will turn a little cooler. We're going to drop into the 30s and 40s over the area. There could even be a couple patches of fog along the Kankakee River. And then I think tomorrow night there could be some patchy fog in the north, like north of 24 as temperatures drop. Now that's a lake breeze front coming south. So it's cold, it's damp. Some of that cold air over that snowpack north of our area is just trying to ooze southward. So anytime the winds diminish or go calm, why the lake breeze front wants to come inland. We need a south wind to kind of keep that lake front at bay over that cold water and that snowpack north of our area. But eventually, with a cold front coming through on Sunday with a few scattered storms, we will get the lake breeze front through the area and a cold front through, and it will be colder on Monday with some frost and freezing ahead, not only Monday morning, but Tuesday morning as well. And then back to the warmth again with some thunderstorms, and then another freeze with frost, and then we're back to the big warmth, and it gets active late March and into early April with showers and storms, and the severe weather risks certainly being quite frequent over the area. But boy, today is really nice. We have skyrocketed to 64 to 73. It's 73 Cayuga and Covington, 69 at the Purdue Airport, 64 at Logansport and Rochester, Rensselaer 64, 66 at the Winnebago Airport, and we're holding at 68 at Frankfort. And tonight, we'll see a few areas of high and mid-level clouds skim by, maybe a couple patches of fog along the Kankakee River, but then those clouds pull away. We have a beautiful tomorrow afternoon with lots of sun, and then another wave of some cloudiness comes through tomorrow night to Saturday morning, maybe a little patchy fog here north of 24, and then Saturday afternoon, it is just completely sunny, and it's another beautiful day. Look at the record warmth, just incredible heat in the west. Avalanche danger, snow melting at a rate in the mountains you wouldn't expect until late April or May. Some of these records are beating not only March records for the month, but April records. We saw that in parts of the Great Lakes in southern Canada back closer to home in March of 2012. Well, now we've got a similar anomalous heat wave in the western U.S., and all these pinkish magenta dots are all-time record highs for the month out here, and a little piece of that heat has come into Kansas and is overspreading areas farther to the east. The last vestiges, if you will, of the record cold are pulling out of the southeast. Great friend of mine, Brian, was saying he was down in Lakeland, Florida, and I talked to him today, and he said that he went down there, and all the tropical plants that people had planted in their yards were all dead, and people were removing them because it got down to like 23, 24 degrees. It was so cold in central Florida during that big cold wave back in midwinter. And even this morning, it was in the 30s in parts of Florida, 40s around Orlando and Lakeland. Well, they're going to recover, and some of this heat will get all the way over to the southeast. We will get our warmth in tomorrow, but not only that, but Saturday, notice temperatures around 100 in Oklahoma and Texas, record heat. We're talking near 90 to southwest Iowa. And here's the warmth in our area, and still warmth coming in on Sunday as well. But with Sunday's front approaching, it'll come through early to mid-afternoon. Once that front goes through, the wind goes to the north. So it's cooler behind the front anyway, but more importantly, remember, you got the ice and the snow up here and a cold Lake Michigan. So that means temperatures will tumble. A couple or a few scattered storms here. little better storm organization, if you look closely, is southeast of our area. But you can see the colder air coming down. So here's the warmth on Sunday, and then look at this blob right here coming right off Lake Michigan of cold, damp air sliding southward with that strong north wind blowing. Again, it's cooler anyway behind the front, but Lake Michigan and this snowpack only enhance the colder air coming in. And for Sunday, the better chance of severe weather, like maybe a pocket of slight risk, would be Missouri up to maybe Illinois. We'll wait and see if we end up with a marginal risk. And I also think Sunday evening, Sunday night, it's going to be down here from eastern Oklahoma to Ohio, where we may have a marginal to slight risk of severe weather that evolves. Now, we look ahead to late next week, and the core of the severe is southeast Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, but some risk does make it up into our area as we view the SIPS analog data out of St. Louis University, and the modeling data does support that notion. Then we look beyond that. So let's look like March 31st, April 1st, April 2nd, that time frame. Core of the risk is Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, southeast Kansas, but you can see the risk goes all the way to northwest Pennsylvania. So severe weather risk increasing once more, and this looks a little more substantial at the very end of March and getting into early April with some heavy rainfall occurring too. We're already seeing the parameters show up for severe weather. You see the yellows, oranges, reds. That's indicative of higher potential of severe weather during that time frame right in this zone with some locally heavy rainfall. So tonight we're down to 45. Again, we become sunny tomorrow. 79 for a high temperature. We'll take it. Winds out of the southwest with high 74 at Wheatfield to as high as 82 at Cayuga, 81 Attica, 79 Flora, and 77 at Kokomo. Beautiful day. Saturday's a nice one too. Some patchy fog in the north in the morning up here. And temperatures there will be in the 30s in the morning, but the rest of the area they're going to be in the 40s and near 50 in the south. Again, away from the influence of a lake breeze front here. But then it's a breezy to windy, warm afternoon with highs anywhere from 71 to about 80 degrees, near 80 at Cayuga, but mid-70s Flora, low 70s Rochester, low 70s here at Winamac. On Sunday, the wind cranking up, a mild morning at 59. We'll hit 80 and very early in the afternoon. Then your cold front comes through, a few scattered storms, and then, boy, by 7, that wind is strong out of the north, and we're down to 54. And our northern counties by that time will only be running in the low to mid 40s after highs of 68 to 82, 81 Pine Village, mid-70s Monticello, upper 60s at Wheatfield, 76 at Logansport, and pushing 80 degrees at Frankfort. But after a cool Monday, after 32 in the morning and a high of 47, we'll get up to 56 Tuesday, but in the morning, some patchy freezing fog and a frost over the area. 71 Wednesday, some scattered thunderstorms on Thursday, pushing 80, and then we cool off again, and you can see a couple mornings of freezing here next Friday and next Saturday before we bounce back and more thunderstorms come in late March.